There's work friends. There's people that you are very close to that are good friends. And there's lifelong friends. And they also come in various shapes and forms. And they're not all people. You can have friendships with animals as well. Number one is being yourself. Be true to yourself. Let your personality shine. And if that means that you're a really shy person who's not outgoing, you be that person. That means you're a bit loud and a bit proud and a bit like flamboyant. You be that person. Don't turn yourself down, because otherwise you're going to get the wrong sort of friends who realise, when they realise that you're not quite as what they'd assumed, they might still love to be your friend. But if you're always true to yourself, then the people that you attract and the people that you become friends with are going to love you for you. So that's really important to me, I think so. And the other thing is that your friend might not be what you expect them to be. It looks wise. You might think, oh, someone who's really nice. Don't judge them by where they look, because you're going to miss out on some wonderful opportunities if you don't look beyond the surface. It's what a person's heart is. It's their soul, it's their essence, it's their words, and it's their actions. You take it on the way a person behaves, the way they treat you, the way they act, and their words, not what the clothes they're wearing, or where they come from, or any of that. That's not important, because there's wonderful people in all forms. And someone wearing the fanciest outfit or being the wealthiest does not necessarily make them that they're going to be a great friend. It doesn't even make them necessarily a great person. It's what's inside them that makes them what they are. So, yeah, look beyond people's status, look beyond people's appearance, all those things. Look at what a person's heart's like. That's what I think, because I've been mistaken. For instance, a dear friend, well, more an acquaintance friend, but she's very lovely. When I first met her at the grocery store, she came across as very abrupt and somewhat off-putting towards others, and I thought, oh, I sort of formed that conclusion. And then, strangely enough, she did something exceptionally sweet for me once, totally unexpected, and I realised this person must have been having a bad moment at that time when I first seen her, because she was actually extremely lovely. Yes, very nice. And the people that help you, like some of the kindest people that have gone out of their way to be helpful, are, well, if I was to go by their appearance, I'd say they're pretty hard case, pretty rough, pretty, worldly, and kind of tough looking. But I was wrong. They were extremely sweet was struggling with a whole lot of things, or rushing to help me with something when I was struggling across the road, when I had too many groceries and things started falling. Yes, so those instances show us through life that we mustn't judge a person by their appearance or any of those other exterior things that are not important. Must go by a person's heart. Now, finding these good-hearted people, that's harder than the rest, because not everyone's got a good heart. And there are some, I don't want to put you off, but I also want you to be wary. But there are some people that pretend to be nice, and they're not nice behind closed doors. Yeah, you don't want those as your friends. Somebody that's, you've got to just keep your eyes open and make sure that you give your friendship to those that are worthy. Of course, within the workplace, it's easy to have a chat by the cooler, to have afternoon tea together. But that doesn't mean you're going to be best friends or anything. It might be a surface friendship, an acquaintance surface friendship, which is good because it's nice to have a chat with people. You might have nothing more in common than what you're having for morning tea, and that's enough. And other people within your neighbourhood, well, I tend to keep to myself. I enjoy my own company. I'm not a social butterfly, but I like to meet nice people, and I like having, spending a little time with them, but I also like a lot of time by myself and with my little ones. I can never have too much of my little darlings. Yes, they're a company I enjoy immensely, every moment of every day, even when they're rascally. But animals also, like the little ones, they made friends with a snail. They even named the snail. It was very cute. There's friends to be found in all kinds of ways and places. It's just a matter of being open to putting yourself a little bit out there. I don't mean put yourself at risk at all, but I mean a smile and a friendly word to someone, or bonding over something, or even just saying it's a nice day, just talking. And you never know, you might find a like-minded person, and even if you're not talking as such, just a smile. This is important, so I've got to edit it in. Apart from loving yourself and caring about yourself and being your own best friend and learning to enjoy your own company, the other thing that I forgot to mention was, apart from how people present themselves visually, to take no notice of that, it's also about the sound of people. Some people might sound a little rough around the edges. They might sound very different from us, but that doesn't make them any less of a good candidate for a good friend. Some of my And you're all from all over the world. I've got friends everywhere. And where a person comes from does not count them in or out as to be a good friend. By that I mean there's good people everywhere, all over the world, and there's also others that are not so much so. Well, they might be good for other people as friends, yes. Different personalities. It's matching up your personality, yours, with like-minded souls, not just the personality but the essence, the values, and how a person sounds, whether their accent's different, whether their voice is different, whether they sound even quite rough and you're not, doesn't define that they are rough. Their way of saying things might be different because of how their life's been, but that doesn't mean they haven't got a wonderful, good soul. So, yeah, always be open to the best until it shows that it's not. Does that make any sense? I mean, don't count people out based on their look, their appearance, their status, their height, the way they speak, the color of their hair, none of that. That exterior stuff counts for nothing. It's how you get on as people. That's the important thing. It's what's within a person that's going to show you whether they are a compatible friend for you or not. Being kind to someone and being nice to someone doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be suitable for friends, but there's no harm, and there's lots and lots of good in always being nice to people as much as possible. That doesn't mean if someone treads on you and treats you like rubbish that you should be nice back. Just avoid them. Yeah, don't give them the opportunity. Yes, but don't need to go down to their level either, wherever possible. I just thought I'd add those little bits. You find that we're all different in the way we are with our personalities, so the way I relate with people might be quite different from how you relate, and that's the importance of being true to you. Because if you want to just enjoy the company of someone about gardening, or it might be about cosplay. You see, it's not necessarily the people that want to be in the garden or wanting to do cosplay, but they might very well. I mean, it's nothing more enjoyable than time in the garden, and I do love to put on little outfits and film. I guess it's like cosplay. I enjoy various clothing and fun that way, and all wholesome fun. You know how they say opposites attract? I don't really think that applies to friends. I don't think it applies to anything all that much. Maybe quiet people enjoy people that speak more. I don't know. I've always found that kindred spirits, people with a similar importance, things that they find important, and their soul, their good their energy. That's what I've found draws me to people. I've found that my best friends are people that think like me and have a similar heart. And yeah, and even my close friends are very similar, not the same, not so much as those that are dearest and dearest, but close friends also similar values. I think that if you've got very different values, I don't know how it will work in a friendship beyond a surface friendship, as in an acquaintance friendship, get together and do something at work, a work outing, a club outing, those sorts of things. I think other than surface level friendships, I think you need to have some connection in I don't know how to put it. Like, what I've been trying to say. I'm probably saying it very, very not great. Yeah. I think you've got to have similar values. You don't have to look the same. You don't have to have the same income. You don't have to have all those exterior things, but you have to have the same core values to form a closer bond of a friend that you're likely to be with for a long time as a friend, and the sort of friend that's going to be there when things are rough, not just a good weathered friend, because that's more the surface level, and sometimes on the surface level, when the going gets tough, the others get going. Yes. But whichever friends you're making, if you're in a new area, or you haven't got a supportive back or base, and even if you do have, and you're in an area you know people, it's still extremely wise to be cautious and not to throw yourself into a friendship, to take it slowly and see, because you might find the person isn't exactly what they seemed, and they might not be the making of a good friendship. You might be better off without. If they don't treat you nicely or abusive in any form, or make fun of you in a not nice way. I mean, laughing at ourselves and enjoying a laugh, that's wonderful. That's good stuff. But if they like to make themselves feel better by making you feel a little smaller, then you don't want them as friends, no. They're better off with their own kind, where they can, with each other, need someone that's going to appreciate you for you. Yes. So, if meeting up with a new friend that you don't know well already, so you've met someone, I don't know where, I don't know, say you are out buying your groceries and you got chatting with someone and they said, oh, would you like to get together for a coffee sometime? That would be nice. We'll make it for the first time somewhere public. Don't go to somebody's home that you don't know, apart from that short meeting. Even if their energy seems good, but err on the side of caution. get to know them a bit before you go for home visits or have them within your home. Keep your space safe. Keep yourself safe. Prioritize safety over friendship, because friendship will come. It doesn't have to be rushed, and it doesn't have to be in your space or within their home. Till you get to know them better. You could have a get together at the park, sitting under the trees, enjoying lunch sandwiches. You can get together for a coffee at a little cafe, or you can go for a walk anywhere public where you're safe and you've got other people around until you get to know that this person is whom they see and are likely that you're going to enjoy, having a cake or a cookie or fruit at their home and chat and enjoying time. Yeah. So the key things are being true to you, being honest with yourself and others as to who you are, and keeping yourself safe and not assuming a person will be a certain way because of their look, and not just taking people's words, keeping an eye on their actions too, that everything matches up, because if a person's words and their actions are different, then that's kind of a little bit of a red flag, because it's like they are not exactly what they're portraying. And be aware that there are wonderful people out there, absolutely wonderful, and the majority of people are, but there are also some very deceptive people and some people with ulterior motives that may have other agendas, and you have to beware of that. You have to keep yourself safe at all times, okay? That's essential. Whether you're a child and your parents have to keep you safe, or whether you're an adult, you still have to keep yourself safe. Do not allow anyone who's not good to harm you. Not in any form, not emotionally, not in any form at all, okay, dears? It's really important. I want you to be safe. I want you to find wonderful friends. And oh yes, the most important thing is love yourself. Be your best friend. Oh, I should have said that at the beginning. Yes, we cannot have any better friend than ourselves. We have to be kind to ourselves. Yeah, we have to be kind, and we have to care for ourselves, and we have to treat ourselves with kindness. We treat ourselves the way we want others to treat us, and we also treat others the way we want them to treat us. Now, there's all kinds of personalities, and I suppose only concentrating on the good-hearted, because I'm thinking that all those that are watching are the good-hearted. I'm thinking you're all wonderful, and that's why I'm protective of you, because I know there's other personalities out there. I know there's those others, but there's lots of us, lots of really good souls too, and I'm sure you'll find them. Just be safe, okay? deeper than that, deeper than saying hello and passing the time in the street or whatever, or what do we call in hobby groups. You're not missing out if it takes a while, because obviously the right people, you haven't seen them yet, and to have the wrong kind of friend, or to take someone on as a friend of a close level that's not a kindred spirit, that's not a kind soul with a good heart, will do you more harm than good. Yeah, it would be no advantage. You would be better off going making friends with snails, because they will not harm you, and they will be sweet. And there's lots of animals, absolutely lovely, and some of our best friends and close family members are animals. And I mean the animals as in real ones. Of course, there's some animals amongst things, people that act like they don't act like good animals. Yup. I'm talking about the kind, sweet animals. The furry kind. Yes, like puppies and other wondrous little critters. There's so many critters.